All right, in the trenches reporting live. I'm up here with Coach Bink, coach of Dunbar Crimson Tide. This Saturday they taking on Friendship for the third time at the States, Coach.
Yeah, third time. First time was the inaugural game, and then 2019 we played in the States and lost 20-0.
Yeah, because I actually saw a post from Coach Mike talking about that. You know, the first DC SSA championship that took place, man, and just think about it now. The program where we are today, right back at it again, Coach.
Yeah. First of all, we blessed, to be here, and we thankful, man. These kids been working their butt off. You've been down here at a lot of the practices. You've been down here since day one, man. These kids, they put in a tremendous amount of work, man, to be able to be here and playing in this game. So, we're thankful, man, and it's been earned.
Just thinking about it, Coach, the competition that you're going against in Friendship. Earlier this year, you had a hard-fought battle, 19-6 in the rain. Looked like they called it for rain again.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Or Saturday at 5 p.m. But just thinking about that, Coach, we're right back at it. Just thinking about last year where we were, you had a lot going on. Just mentally, and where we are today, with the grind, going undefeated in the division and winning the Turkey Bowl, and we're here at States.
Man, it's a tremendous feeling, man, because last year, it didn't end the way we wanted it, and we were going through a whole lot of stuff, me personally and as a team, as far as, a lot of them caring about what I was going through. But, we recommitted after the New Year, and these young men, man, they got into the weight, got in the weight room and put a tremendous amount of work in, and they committed, they was committed, man, to get back to the Turkey Bowl, winning the Turkey Bowl with this opportunity of playing in state. So that was the goal. State championship has been the goal since day one.
Speaking on that, Coach, Drayon talked about that, being the MVP in the Turkey Bowl. I asked him the question who he was to see at State. He said, before even that game happened, he said, we already know who we going to see.
Right.
So the preparation for that is already mentally that you knew you were going to have to see them.
Yeah, and I looked at some of the interviews after the Turkey Bowl, and I was talking Friendship then. There was no disrespect to no other teams, but, we know, the state championship this year was going to go through Friendship. And, I think this team, ready. We ready, man, to challenge them for that championship, man. And we trying to bring it back, the first state championship back to Dunbar. We don't have one in the trophy case. So, we think this the year, man. This team, they've been grimy and gritty all year. And, we think this the team, man, to bring the first state championship,
I was going to ask you that, Coach. What is it about this particular team that you feel can bring home that state championship this year?
I think this team, man, all year been playing with a chip on their shoulder. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people counted them out. We lost, a tremendous athlete, Mike Brown, and Mike Brown is at Friendship. And, a lot of these kids, they still, that's their brother. They still love Mike, and Mike got love for them. I'm sure, both of them, when we come Saturday, they're going to, pause all that love for a minute. But, these kids had a chip on their shoulder because they heard all the rumblings about when Mikey transferred, when D'Angelo transferred to St. John, first team, all lead DN. Everybody counted them out. And they told them what we wasn't going to do. And these kids, man, they different, man. Nobody's going to tell them, what they can't do.
That's a great point what you're saying, Coach, because, with the whole transfer, I even got caught up in it. I was like, wow, I couldn't believe all these different transfers. But, just speaking with you, that's always been a part of it, with the transfers.
Yeah.
It just, you adjust and make the adjustments and the moves that you make with the team and move on.
Yeah, you got it. And I understood it. Like when it first happened, a lot of the kids, man, it was a lot of uncertainty in the program. So we had kids that didn't know where we was gonna be, and they started listening to some of the rumblings at first. So the other kids saying, well, the season gonna be a dud, so we need to transfer or look to transfer. So we called an emergency team meet, and in that team meet, I told all of them, this is not the first time I'd have been through this. when I was at Wilson, we lost Abdul Adams. Abdul Adams had 31 Division I offers at the time. And he had verbally committed to Michigan State, you know. And he ended up playing at Oklahoma. He went to Oklahoma and he played his last 2 years at Syracuse. But a tremendous athlete, man, one of the best athletes I done coached. And I coached a lot of good athletes, man. But when he left, people said the same thing when we was at Wilson. You know, the offense was gonna be, you know, trash, and they wasn't gonna be able to win. And, you know, we had a kid, Sean Savoy, who I coached at Beacon House, and, you know, tremendous athlete, tremendous talent. And we redirected, you know, the focus on getting him the ball. And Sean had 26 touchdowns that following year. We was 11-1 going into the Turkey Bowl. And, you know, again, life goes on. So, you know, that's the beat. Within the beat, that's what, you know, the message that I sent is, you know, like, we're going to weather this. You guys can play some football. And if you stay, man, those who stay will be champions.
You know, I want to ask you about that, Coach, you know, because last year quarterback was Jabril, with him leaving in his senior year. Like you said, a lot of uncertainties. With Bronson Duke taking the helm at quarterback, how do you feel his season progressed from the beginning of the season to where we are today?
I feel like a lot of our success is because of Duke. You know, Duke, man, is having an outstanding year. And, you know, again, you've seen the maturation. And, you know, he started off solid, but as the season went on, he became more and more confident. And, I mean, like, we wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for Bronson Duke. And I ain't saying it's a one-man show because this is a team sport. But Bronson Duke got a lot to do with our success this year and the way that he grew up.
It seemed like as the season progressed, he got more and more comfortable in the offense.
Yeah. And I think that comfortability came from, you know, him understanding the offense more, him having some success and becoming, you know, because, you know, when you prepared, it creates you know, you become comfortable because you know and you feel good in what you're doing. And I think that's, you know, that had a lot to do with it. He becoming more and more comfortable, you know, within our, he understand our offense. Duke, you know, he got the freedom to change plays. I signal a play in, and if he's not comfortable with it, he changes. And he's doing that at a great, you know, he don't do it all the time, but when he do it, like I always tell him, you can change it, just be right. Know why you changing it and be right. And he's doing a great job at that.
How significant is it to have senior leadership in the backfield with Dre'Yon and Michael Clark in that backfield with him?
Man, that's been great. That's been a big part of his growth as well, because Dre'Yon is back there communicating with him. Even when Mike come in, they communicate. And, you know, again, I love, man, like how this team, man, like I love the brotherhood of it. You know, a little while ago, you know, a parent and went to the press and trying to make that word a bad word, and it's not. Like, we're a brotherhood, and they gonna stick together like brothers. And when we on that field, you know, they stick together like brothers. And Dre'Yon and Mike, they had a lot to do with his growth and his maturity. You know, him maturing in this offense. They had a lot to do with it.
You know, that's a great point, man. Like you said, this is a brotherhood of the team, and even in the beginning of the season, you never heard players getting down on another player.
Yeah.
It was all about, you know, self-responsibility of what I did. Let's bring it all together and get it done and get it fixed.
Yeah. And that, you know, like that's what it's about. I mean, you know, and a lot of that is learned. A lot of that behavior and the way you lead is learned. And I always tell the coaches, man, like, it starts with us. We got to be the examples of how you lead, because if we give it a negative example and we lead in the wrong way, they're going to lead in the wrong way. You know what I mean? So, you know, again, I'm proud of the way we mentor and coach these kids up. I'm proud of the way we develop, you know, them as young leaders. And, you know, the proof is in where we at right now. Just being blessed to play in this game, blessed to get through the season the way we got through it. You know, you heard me say this like since day one. Like we don't want to just win, we want to dominate. And I think this year, especially in league play, I mean, the numbers don't lie. Like, we dominated the division.
You know, that's a great point, Coach. Talk about your defense with Coach Greg and the things they've done this year.
Yeah, well, when we came down here, man, when I got here in 2017, I knew the way to win is defense. So, you know, when I made Coach Greg the defensive coordinator, that's one thing I told him. I said, man, one thing, you know, like, I'm going to be out your way, and I'm going to let you be creative and paint the canvas the way you want to paint it. But the only thing I'm going to demand is that, you know, we be aggressive. We want to be an attacking team on defense and offense. And our defense, they do that. They get at the ball, man. I love the way we play.
Any words for any recruits who might be considering Dunbar as a home in the next coming years, Coach?
I mean, the message that I would give them is, why not Dunbar?
Exactly.
There's a lot of other options out here, but I think, man, like, you come down here, you can get everything that a student athlete wants. You know what I mean? You know, you got schools coming in recruitment-wise. You know, we got guys, and they're gonna see, you know, a lot of these seniors going to some pretty nice places this year, getting recruited and scholarship to some really nice schools. And as far as the experience while you're here, I think it's second to none.
Second to none.
I mean, you've been at the atmosphere at the games. I mean, we had fireworks. We got everything going on, all the festivities. You know, we got multiple uniforms. You're going to get coached up, you know, and I mean, why not?
Why not?
Why not be a part of something that I feel like is special?
Now on Saturday, Coach, how you see the outcome going?
Saturday, man, I think it's going to be a tough game, man, but I got us pulling it out.
I definitely do too, Coach.
I got a tremendous amount of respect, man, for Coach Hunter and the coaching staff over there. You know, that's my brother, but, you know, again, we all putting all that aside Saturday, and we going out there trying to, you know, host that gold trophy.
You know, that's a great point, Coach. You know, I was up there earlier with Coach Mike Hunt up there at Friendship, and he said that same thing, mutual respect for you and your program up here.
Right, yeah, and I've been knowing Mike, man, before I even started coaching high school. I was a youth football coach, and he always opened his doors and let me come in and learn. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, I had no idea that I was going to be coaching at this high school level. But, you know, ever since I started coaching in 2004, like, I wanted to be the best coach that I could. I wanted to teach solid football technique and fundamentals. So I always sit down with coaches, and I used to go to high school coaches and trying to learn. So I could be a, you know, effective teacher, because that's all coaching is teaching. So, you know, Mike always been accommodative to me. When I was coaching youth football, he always still accommodated to me as a high school coach. So, you know, that's my brother, man. But again, I know he want to kick my butt Saturday, and we definitely, man, Dunbar Pride, we trying to kick their butts, man. But it's, you know, it's all love afterwards and respect afterwards.
You know, that's a great point, Coach, man. Now I want to say, man, on Saturday, good luck on Saturday. Bring home that states for Dunbar. Yeah. Unfortunately, man, in the trenches would not be there. You know, I got some prior commitments. You know, they changed that time on me, Coach.
I know it, man. I know it. But, you know, again, you've been there every step of the way. So, you know, you're going to be there in spirit, man. Both teams know that, man. But I know you as a Dunbar alum, you rooting for your home team.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm telling you, man, we're gonna go out there, and we're gonna do everything we can to bring that trophy back down here to Dunbar.
Definitely looking forward to that, and hopefully celebrate next week with you, Coach.
Roll Tide, man.
Roll Tide. There you have it. Coach Bink, Dunbar Crimson Tide. We out. All right, I had to bring Coach Bink back, man. I had to ask him to talk to him about it, you know. Lamont Roach's son just won. Lamont Roach Jr. just won a WBA belt at the 130, man. Yeah, you know, he said he played for you, Coach.
Man, look, the whole Roach family, them like this, you know, them like family to me, man. And first of all, congratulations to Lamont Jr. on that, you know, WBC championship. WBA championship. Man, that's a tremendous accomplishment, man. Congratulations. I know Dad proud, man. You know, it comes from a lot of work, man. A lot of work, man. But Roach my guy. Roach my guy, man. The whole family, man.
That's crazy.
You know, yes, sir.
Another one moving from the football field into the boxing realm, man, with success, man. So yeah, I definitely had to bring you back, man, just to talk about that. And he said, man, you definitely go with my man Bink at States.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. And little Lamont, like, he used to play football. So Lamont Jr. played with Woodridge.
Woodridge, okay.
Yeah, Woodridge Warriors, man. And Coach Desmond up at Coolidge used to coach him, man, and they had a tremendous team, man. And you know, then after that, you know, he just went boxing full time, man, and that's his thing, man. Tremendous athlete, but outstanding boxer, man. You know, I'm so proud of him, man.
Man, I appreciate that, Coach. Yeah, I just had to bring you back just for that.
My man.
All right, Coach.
All right.
All right, in the trenches out here with Coach Spivey, man. What's good, Coach?
Yes, sir. What's up, Zay?
Man, one of the clips in that video for the Turkey Bowl that's kind of viral, man. When you say, running back, you.
Man, listen, I don't say too much, but, you know, since 2019, my running back's been putting up numbers, you know what I mean? And they're not getting voted for, you know what I mean? My running back's been putting up numbers since 2019, you know what I mean? And I don't understand, you know, how my running backs keep getting skipped over, you know what I mean? Because they ain't popular, you know what I mean? So I don't have a solo running back like Easton got number 28. I have a running back by committee. Strayon, MVP, you know what I mean? Day, junior, next up and coming, he tote, you know what I mean? I got Michael Clark over there. He's not here because he's in now, you know what I mean? They just came out, and also Samar. So, you know, and last year I had Tremont, you know what I mean? He was clearly the best back in the Stars, you know what I mean? Hands down. Stats, no padding the stats, you know what I mean? But, you know, my guys always seem to get looked over. But that's okay because I don't do that for glamour glory. You know what I mean? These young men, Brooks is Jr., they do exactly what I ask. And what I love about these guys and the guys that I have is I don't have to be there. The play's gonna still go on, the drill's gonna go still on, you know what I mean? Dre on like a coach on the field, you know what I mean? So, you know, and these guys work really, really hard. And I talk to a lot of other running back coaches across the country, Florida, running back academy, elite running backs. So it's other backs that I talk to, other running back coaches, as well as my uncle. You know what I mean? I can't take nothing away from my uncle Ronaldo because, you know, I learned most of my stuff from him. You know what I mean? And, you know, guys like Azar, Raheem, you know what I mean? Donald Briggs, you know what I mean? Chris Farber. So it's a lot of people that I learned from. But this running back you down here, baby, we producers now. You know what I mean? He got the MVP. My man next up in line. You know what I mean? They don't call Michael Clark the Hammer for nothing. I didn't give him that name. You know what I mean? So I really take pride on the detail stuff. Cuts, picking your knees up, just the small stuff. You know what I mean? You got want to add anything? Great.
I got to ask you, Coach, you know, this Saturday, States, matchup with Friendship you had early in the year, you know, raining. Seemed like they call it for rain again on Saturday, man. Absolutely. Perfect weather for running that ball.
Yes. So first, you know what I mean, want to say big ups to Friendship Collegiate. Me and Mike Hunter went to junior high school together, you know what I mean? My man Long over there. They got a great coaching staff, you know what I mean? So, but, you know, the first game was what it was. I think that if we didn't have that rain delay, it would have been a better game. You know, we were a different team then with no identity. You know what I mean? We have an identity now. My running backs are better. You know what I mean? We got guys that didn't play the first game because they wasn't eligible. So it's going to be a much better game. I think it's going to be a much better matchup. And, you know, we bring in what the city wants to see. You know, and no downfall on no private school, you know what I mean? But, you know, if we had the same playing ground as DeMatha, St. John, Cook Council with this recruiting, you know what I mean? We'll be a powerhouse as well, you know what I mean? But, you know, it's kind of hard when the private schools can come and snatch a kid off a scholarship, a regular Southeast kid, uptown kid, or Northeast kid, you know what I mean? And we can't do it, you know what I mean? Because we are public school, you feel me?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like, that's why, you know, I got much respect for any DCIAA team who's put the work in, you know, to get to where they want to be. Your Coolidge, your Roosevelt's, Blue, HD, like, everybody's building, you know what I mean? So I think this is going to be a great matchup for the city, you know what I mean? And the only thing that I would like to say is I appreciate you, Zed. I appreciate that sports dude as well.
Chris Dunlap, yeah.
Yeah, and DC Gridiron, and what's the other one? One more. Is it Hughes Mizzou?
Yeah, it's like Hughes Mizzou Network.
I appreciate all y'all, you know what I mean? Because y'all are bringing the forefront to the DCIAA, you know what I mean? Which the public schools don't get enough of, you know what I mean? And I just want to say, we here at Dunbar thank all y'all, you know what I mean? Because without y'all, it wouldn't be no platform for our kids, you know what I mean, to succeed, you know what I mean? So I'm saying that to say, you know, I ain't calling no names, but you know who you are, Holmes. You ain't been in one DCIAA game, you know what I mean? I called you out on IG, you know what I mean? So you know who you are, you know what I mean? We ain't even gonna talk about that, but I stand 10 toes down on what I believe in. And these kids is what I totally 100% believe in, you know what I mean? So the same love that you show to the WAC, that you show to the private schools, come down to DCIAA, DCPS. We putting in the same work as these private schools. That's all I got to say. Those kids ain't no different from our kids. Tell me your GPA, sir.
3.7.
3.7.
3.5. Can't nobody say we ain't doing it. Can't nobody say we ain't doing it down here. You know what I mean? We got the player of the year. What's on the GPA?
4.2.
4.2.
4.2.
That means you on the AP class.
So what I'm saying, you don't have to go to a private school. You don't have to go to a WAC school. You know what I mean? If you from the district, find a good public school to play for. Find out who coaching, find out about the principal, find about all that. You don't have to take your kid out the city for them to ball out. Other than that, much love. Zeb, I love you.
Shit, you know I be on the lower levels recruiting.
Right? Love y'all to death. It's a brand new day, baby. It's coming back. Love.
Man, I appreciate y'all time, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach, I had to grab you back real quick. You know, Jaleel got his fight tomorrow night, fighting for the WBC youth belt, man. Any words for young Jaleel?
First of all, you know what I mean? Shorty gonna bring that thing home. Shorty's gonna bring that thing home. He's a hard worker. I've known him since the 7th grade. Anybody that takes the initiative to graduate early.
I promise you once. We inside zone. The offensive line is the best unit on the
running in the neighborhood, you know what I mean? And still talking to the youth, encouraging the youth, encouraging the entire community. So nobody I've seen since, and you know, I don't know a lot of fighters, you know what I mean? But I watch a lot of boxing. You know what I mean? He has that Floyd work ethic, you know what I mean? He's relentless, you know what I mean? And he shorty hit hard, you know what I mean? So like, that power punch is very underrated, you know what I mean? He gonna set you up. And like, big ups to him, big ups to his father, man, because Pop's been putting that work in with him, you know what I mean? So like, shorty, man, you gonna win. You the next champ, Holmes. You the next champ from DC. So all I'm saying is, man, keep doing your thing. You know what I mean? What's understood don't have to be explained, baby. You know what I mean? Bring it home. You know what I mean? Listen, you told me yourself when you was in the 7th grade, I'm done with the football, coach. I'm boxing. You showed that you're a boxer. You shown that you a dog. Now bring the title back home, baby.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Pound for pound, ain't no man. You hackless, man. You know what I mean? You hackless. So man, look, bring that shit home. Knockout. I'm calling it knockout.
Knockout.
Before the third, my man gonna set him up, knock him out. Easy.
There you have it, Coach Spivey with the prediction.
Sir. Yes, sir, man.
We
Love
out.
y'all, man. Jaleel, keep doing your thing, man. Much love to you and Pops, for sure.
We out. All right, I'm back with Coach Spivey. You know, he had to bring the hammer over, man.
Yeah, see, listen, I ain't even gonna say a lot. Everybody been watching all year. Running back you. Everybody keeps saying, you know what I mean, listen. I didn't give him the hammer, y'all gave my man the hammer. You know what I mean? This is the hammer, you know what I mean? 215, all muscle, he coming down here. He wasn't in the first video because he was in some drills, practicing, working on what we gonna do. So check him out, you know what I mean? And he's college ready. He's ready college, physically college ready right now, ready to go. You know what I mean? Anything you wanna say, big dog? All right, that's it.
But there you ain't got nothing to say. We wait for states. There you have it. All right, I'm out here with Coach Greg. Defensive side, man. You know, I just got finished talking with Coach Bink, man. You know, he talked about it, man. Just how impressed, man, with the defense, man, and the things you're doing since you've been a part of Dunbar's program, man. Talk about that, Coach.
First of all, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? A lot of hard work, but you know, defense, man, is the foundation. I think every program should be built around. You know what I mean? If you can stop teams from scoring points, you're gonna have a lot high percentage chance of winning a lot of games. So you know, I'm just an intense guy, man. I'm a competitor. You know, I just want the kids that play with me to feel the same way. I think we have a system, man. I've been studying, going to clinics, man. I've been doing a lot, man. I've been around a lot of football, man, in my lifetime. So just being around some of these guys and learning from them, you know, helped me put a system together that I think functions for our kids. You know what I mean? I don't need them to think a lot. I just need them to use their talent and play, and I think we got a system that fit that.
No, talk about the defense this year, Coach. Pretty much dominating this year, man, in the Dcssa, man.
Right. So we've been doing that for a couple years. We've been good defense for a couple years. I think, you know, once we just, our kids are aggressive style kids, right? Not undisciplined kids, but they're aggressive kids. Right, so in that sense, man, we play a style of defense that's just very fast and physical, and I'm gonna use their strengths, right? And it's my job to teach them football. But just their toughness and heart alone, man, you know, is a blessing to have, and it fits well, it marries well, man, with our scheme and their toughness and they work ethic. You know, that's what makes great defense.
No, I gotta ask you about this, Coach. You know, right after the Turkey Bowl, man, it seemed like you just got out a lot of frustration that you were probably dealing with, man. Where did all that come from throughout the year?
Well, you know, every offseason, for some reason we get written out. Or it's, you know, everybody else got to change. You're supposed to feel like that when everybody's 0-0. So we lost Mikey. He went to Friendship. We lost D'Angelo Bowden. He went to St. John. So everybody seen what was going on at Roosevelt, seen what was going on around the city a little bit. So, you know, they said the league was wide open, and that's a slap in the face. We've been down here since 2017. We won the championship in 2019. Ever since we've been here, man, we work hard, we fight hard, we work hard, we go recruit, we get the kids. We get some of the best unknown kids in the city to come play for us. And when somebody say to us that it's wide open, like, I'm not disrespecting no other team in this league. No other team in this league. I like all these coaches. I like what they doing at their program. But one program, man, you ain't gonna write off, man, the hard work we put in this Dunbar program. And I believe that. And we're gonna be right back next year. We rostered 85 kids this year. 85. We lost 2 kids last year. We rostered 85 kids this year. I just want people to have respect for what we doing. And it ain't about just competing. Because we can compete and not hate on each other. Right? But a lot of stuff that go on is hate because they want to see us fail. But as long as me and Coach Bank allowed me to be a part of this staff and Coach Bank our leader, we ain't gonna fail. We not gonna fail.
Now, how you see things playing out on Saturday, Coach? You know, they call it for rain again at 5 p.m., man. That's kind of wild.
Well, I would say that, right? We're 0-3. Last time, 3 times we played them, we are 0-3. They got the upper hand on us. They gonna be the favorite going in. They got the size, the speed, strength. They check every single box that you could want for your football team. They look the part, they play like it, and they work hard. And they got good coaches over there. But by no means necessary. By no means necessary do you think that this Dunbar team is gonna come in there and lay down. We ain't never laid down for them in 3 games, and we won't lay down this time. We playing for the state title, for the state championship, and that's what we coming to do. We coming to get us a state championship, and we will get one by the time it's 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock Saturday night. We will be the state champion.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man, it hurts my heart that I will not be there in person, man, but I definitely gonna be there in spirit. You know, I got some prior commitments. They messed me up with that time. I ain't gonna lie, man. I wanted to call them and say, man.
You be around the pros, you got your family. I just say, you know how I get.
Man, but dang, why they change that time to 5?
They want us to play under the lights. They say the lights be flashing and flickering and the horns.
That is true. I was there last year. That joke was nice. I ain't gonna lie. Just to get that experience in states, it was nice.
That's good for them kids, man. But we a hell of a game, man. It's gonna be 2 good teams, 2 good programs. Coach well. Both teams got talent. You know, it's on. This is what the city wants.
Coach Vink told me. He said, man, defense win championships. That's what Coach Vink told me.
You know, I say it in front of anybody. Offense score points. Defense win championship. And if you look at the 2 years that we won the championship down here at Dunbar in 2019, I think we gave up an average of almost 10 points to 9 to 10 points a game. This year we're giving up like 12 to 13 points a game. You look at how we come through the playoffs, people going to always downplay the DCI AA, but the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. We've gave up 140 points. 140 points. And what are we now? 9-2?
9-2.
The 11th game season, we gave up 38 points. Right? 138 points. So y'all do the math. That's around 10 points. 10 points a game. So we feel like if we can keep the score down, we give our offense a chance to win.
Man, Coach, man, I truly appreciate your time. I know you got work to do, man. Finish up with your boys, man. But I wanted to say,
we out here working, man. Get some footage for that. I know they want to see that too.
Oh no, they ain't getting that. All right, in the trenches out here with the head coach of Friendship Collegiate Academy, Coach Mike Hunter. What's good, Coach?
Nothing much, man. Just getting ready for this big game on Saturday against a well-coached Dunbar football team.
You know, I want to take it back for you a little bit, Coach. You had put out one of your memories the other day. 11 years ago, I think it was 11 years ago, the first Dcssa championship was between Friendship Collegiate Academy and Dunbar. Talk about your memories from that game, Coach.
It was an exciting game for us because it was the first time that Friendship had the opportunity to play for, some type of championship and give our kids something to look forward to after, the regular season. So it was exciting. The entire Friendship community came out. The Dunbar community came out. It was a packed house at Howard University. We came out victorious. So, it was a great memory for us.
Now, during that time, Coach, what was your role with the team? Because I know from like 2007 to 2013, you was the assistant head coach and also offensive coordinator of the team.
Right, yeah. So during that championship, I was the, like you said, assistant head coach, offensive coordinator. Azar Rahim was our head coach at that time. And, we just had a blast. We built this program and, that was kind of a staple moment in the history of Friendship football.
We did an interview last year, Coach, but I want to just go back a little bit, man. Like you said, right after that, during that time of that championship, the first championship, when did you, was that the following year or two that you took over the program?
No, I took over 2 years later in 2014, and, we had a couple semifinal losses to Gonzaga before, I got my first championship as a head coach in 2016.
Also, just thinking about the 2019 states, that was the year also against Dunbar?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, what was that game like for you as a head coach this time?
It was exciting. We were coming off of a 2018 championship. So, it was the first time that we had an opportunity to win 2 in a row. So that was kind of our focus, making sure the kids stay focused, stay humble, and get it done. And obviously Dunbar came in with a high-powered offense, and we were able to, win the game that day as well.
Coach, what does it feel like, man, when many say, man, the states run through friendship?
We take it year by year. I know that sounds like coach speak, but what happened last year has nothing to do with this year. We can't look forward to next year. We got to go out on Saturday and we got to play our best football, and that's the only way we're going to come away with the championship. We try to have a championship mentality every day. We compete with ourselves every day, and we focus on what we got to do here in our program to get to that championship level, so we can have a say in it at the end of the season.
Speaking on that, Coach, I was there last year at the States, a big thriller game against Roosevelt. Came out victorious 19-14. Like you said, during that time, you want to stay hungry and continue, and you're back again here at States. So you've set out what you wanted to do with our conversation that we had at the last States, and now you're back. What was that road like this year headed back to States, Coach?
Like I said, just take it day by day. We don't really talk about back to back. We don't talk about winning the championship. We just talk about being champions every day, winning your rep that you have right in front of you, winning your battle that you're going against, that one-on-one battle. And if we do all those things right, or at least most of the time we do it right, we'll have a chance at the end to be in the championship game.
That's a great point what you said, Coach. Staying humble and pretty much having the attitude like we've been there. This is we're going to continue with that mindset that in preparation, if we do what we do during the season, this is the result, winding up at States. And you've done that again this year. Talk about some of the key players for your team this year, Coach, that help you get back to States.
We've been fortunate enough. This is a very talented team. So I know if I start naming names, I'm going to leave some guys out.
I don't want to do that to you because I'll do it. I'll just pick two at this time. Talk about your five-star and Dylan Stewart, and also your running back who's headed to Penn State, and DeAndre Cook.
Okay. So Dylan Stewart, he's an outside linebacker for us. He's had a tremendous career here, obviously, and we're expecting big things from him this weekend. I'm excited about his future. Going down to South Carolina, I think he's going to do a great job down there. But he's a unique talent. And I'm glad and fortunate enough that I got to coach him and not coach against him. And then DeAndre Cook is a defensive lineman that's going to Penn State, and he's had a wonderful career. He's a great student as well. He's over a 3.6 GPA. He's done a great job. He's been a leader for us all year. So I'm excited about both of those guys.
With that being said, Coach, with your program, we've talked about it before, the things that you're looking for in an athlete coming to friendship. But just talk about some of the accolades as far as like with your athletes moving on to Division I programs, the pros. Just talk about your kids.
The biggest accolade that we talk about around here is the guys who have gone on to get college degrees. Playing college football is great, and that's something we strive for. But the most important part is using the game of football to obtain that college degree. So those are probably the things that I get more excited about. Obviously, we've had some guys in the professional ranks, whether it be NFL, XFL, USFL, and we're all proud of those guys as well. But not everyone gets that opportunity to play at that level. And that doesn't mean that we're not excited about the things that they're doing, with their lives now, being fathers, being husbands, being entrepreneurs, all of those things that we talk about being community leaders, and that's what's most important.
Being a part of friendship, you talk about it being family. What is it like for the alumni to come back here to participate in States, either being on the sidelines or in the stands, just rooting on the team, Coach?
They stay connected. Our alumni stay connected. One of the fortunate things is I've been here long enough that our program isn't that old, so pretty much most of the alumni I know. So when they come back, they always checking on the guys, whether it be through social media or they show up to practice, show up to a game. But it is a family. We try to keep those guys connected. We have an alumni game in the summer. When we come out, they play, 7-on-7. So that helps them kind of mix in the older guys with the newer guys, and just build that family and have someone that they can reach out to who's been in their shoes in recent years.
Now, Coach, talk about the recruiting process, because a lot of times I'm out covering either the Little League or the 13Us, and everywhere I go, man, I see Friendship out there, man.
Right.
As a collective staff, man, just talking to different players, man, just letting them know about the Friendship way of football.
Right. So I mean, we got to get out there because good players make good coaches. It's not the other way around. So you got to continue to do your job to get talent into the school, get student athletes who are serious about school, who are serious about athletics, and serious about going on to college. So those are the kind of kids we want to attract here. So we got to go out, we got to beat the bushes. We may not always get the top of the line, 8th grade guys coming in here, but the ones that get here want to be here, and we want to help them get better.
Now, Coach, man, I truly appreciate your time today. Unfortunately, man, in the trenches will not be in States, man, because of that time change, man. But I definitely wanted to come out, get that interview with you and Coach Bink, man. Just talk about the pregame. So hopefully, man, I catch up with y'all after the game, either with a victory for Friendship or a victory for Dunbar, man.
Right. I appreciate you coming out, man. I got a lot of respect for Coach Bink and Coach Vaughn. He's doing a tremendous job at Dunbar, and I know it's going to be an exciting game, and I hope everybody comes out to watch the kids and just support the kids, regardless of what team you're rooting for. Just get out and support our kids, man. Our teenagers need this right now.
Man, I truly appreciate your time as always, man. There you have it, Coach Mike Hunter, Friendship Collegiate Academy Knights. Man, looking to bring home what, number 5, Coach?
Well, number 6.
Number 6. Number 6
5 for me. Yep.
Number 5 for you and number 6 for the school.
Yep.
There you have it, in the trenches. We out.